What's up, guys? This is Kevin Estrella from the instrumental rock band Pyramids on Mars, and I'm here with Leaf Pile Radio. I am the Joe Satriani of the North, that's the best way to put it. My musical style is very much similar to Satriani, being a instrumental rock type of band. However, I'm a little bit different than him. He's more blues-based, and I'm more metal-influenced, and my background is actually in neoclassical and classical background like that. So my background coming from the school of Ingvar Malmsteen, basically. So I spent 2 years studying Malmsteen, and then after that I moved on and ended up spending the next 5 to 7 years studying nothing but Bach and Vivaldi. And that's where my real inspiration comes from, is from those guys. As you can see behind me, that is my latest CD, Echo Cosmic, that just came out. And before that I released a CD, my first CD called Pyramids on Mars, and that was released back in 2013. I wanted to marry the concept of instrumental rock with my love and passion for aliens and UFOs. And Pyramids on Mars was the perfect theme to marry the two together. And I'm very much inspired by the study of extraterrestrials and the anomalies and artifacts in our own solar system, and what's been going on with extraterrestrials on our planet for pretty much since the beginning. My music has a very lot of spacey elements to it. I use a lot of analog keyboards like Moogs and Oberheim polyphonics because they have a really warm, resonant sound to them. Something that you would think you would hear if you landed on Mars and were looking around. So I like using those warm analog keyboards because I'm really influenced by bands like Rush and Pink Floyd, and they used a lot of those keyboards back in the 70s. So it made sense to add that element to my music. One band I'm really getting into a lot actually is baby metal. I love baby metal. Saw them last year in Toronto, and they just amazing. It was just amazing. So I had a lot of fun with that. And I also saw Ministry last year, and it just completely floored me. And I definitely want to add more industrial sound to my music, and next year, my next album is going to be very industrial. I'm not stopping until I'm playing, sold out shows. Basically playing, I'm taking it to the top. That's the game plan. I promote myself. I'm my own manager. I'm a marketer. I've been doing this for several years, and I am actually getting pretty good at it. I know a lot of what I'm doing, and I read a lot in regards to what you do-it-yourself musicians need to do in order to get yourself heard, and I've had tremendous success. I got over 30 reviews from my last CD, Echo Cosmic, and the majority of them were just blown away by what I'm doing. In fact, Hellbound said it was the best instrumental since Satriani Surfing with the Aliens, so that's quite flattering. Yeah, I just keep working at it as much as I can, and doing everything I can, doing radio interviews, playing shows, doing magazine interviews, growing my Twitter fans. I just hit 42,000 Twitter fans, and I should hit 50,000 in the next month or so. People are just taking off the Pyramids on Mars, and what's going on, shaking things up. There's a lot that goes into what makes a good melody and what sounds good to the ear, and that's why I spend all my time listening to Bach and Vivaldi, because those guys, it's a lost art. It really is, and I want to bring that back. I want to merge classical with metal again, and industrial, and bring it to a new light, so to speak. I have my own path of what I want to do and what I want to hear musically, and I'm carving my own path. Be yourself, love what you love, and you'll be attracted to whatever it is that you love. And don't let that stop you. Don't be afraid to sound or imitate your favorite artist, because you'll never be that artist. You'll be yourself, speaking through your own voice with the influences of those people. When we're on stage, we just rip it up. My brother plays bass, I play guitar, and I just give it all, and just freaking shredding the guitar like a madman. I was being handed my custom guitar to me by these aliens, and what I really noticed about this guitar was that it had this strange design on the neck of the guitar, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. It's like this DNA double helix that I saw engraved in the neck, and I thought, wow, that's really cool. It'd be really cool to put that on the guitar. Well, then, amazingly, 3 days after I had that dream, I was Neck Illusions started following me on Twitter, and then I found out, I talked to Mark there, and I said, hey, can you create this? And he said, absolutely. And they ended up creating the DNA double helix Neck Illusions for my guitar. And as you can see here, there it is. As you can see, it's got the Neck Illusions as well. But this guitar is tuned down, so we're going pretty heavy. We're going down to low-tuned guitars again, which is what I really dig. So low-tuned guitars and lots of drum machines and lots of heavy industrial sounds and live and classically influenced violin and harpsichord melodies. Go figure that one out. That's what I want to do musically, and that's what that's where I'm taking it. The first band that inspired me to want to play guitar was Rush, and it was my cousin Sean who introduced my brother and I to Rush way back when Signals was the album that had just come out, and so that's when I really started taking my guitar playing seriously. And the same with my brother, and he actually switched over to bass after we watched the video Grace Under Pressure, that concert, and Craig was just so floored by Geddy's bass playing that he decided to switch over and play bass. We found a drummer who was totally into Rush too, and for his audition, it was the craziest audition, whatever. We had so much fun. Finally we found a drummer who could play Rush, and so we ended up playing La Villa Strangiato. We played the first side of 2112, Xanadu, Spirit of Radio, and that was his audition. So, because we've always wanted to be able to play those songs, and finally found somebody who could play them with us. It was like, woo, there you go. Yeah, so much fun, and we played so much Rush. Why am I so interested in UFOs? Well, that is because I was contacted by them. Then I find out MUFON's next door, and I go and talk to them, and I find out from them, I just dropped on their table the pictures that I drew of my UFO sighting, and they look at me and say, oh my god, I'm so glad you're here. We're doing a presentation on you tomorrow. And I'm like, what? He says, yeah, we're doing a presentation on you tomorrow. Your sighting is one of the most authentic cases we've come across. Like the same thing happened to John Lennon in New York City. I'm like, really? I'm part of this group of musicians who they have chosen for this purpose to raise awareness, and that is my mission. It's part of my mission with Pyramids on Mars. I'm here I'm as an ambassador on their behalf to be able to show you that their existence is true, and there's been many other things that have happened to me since that time, and I've met a lot of amazing people who've been on board the craft, who have met aliens, who have interacted with the Greys, with the Tall Whites, with reptilians. I've talked to these people personally, and they're a lot of them are well known. So I'm part of this circle now of new friends. So check out Pyramids on Mars. Check out my music, and I'm hoping that my music will inspire you as well to look beyond yourself and find your own spiritual awareness and awakening from inside yourself and your higher being of who you know you are and who you should be, and find it. And I'm hoping my music will inspire you to reach for the stars. This is Kevin Estrella from Here Rhythm Mars, signing off.